Be ready. 15 seconds to go. 5 seconds to go. Sir, I will now come to the great lacunae or drawbacks in this scheme of tax on dividends because it has to be considered only on the paid up capital. Sir, many concerns are undercapitalized. Many concerns have 10 times more in the reserves than in the capital, or even 20 times more, and the price of equity shares is governed by the reserves and capital. The same thing is seen in the case of the banking companies, where they are called own funds. So, whether it is capital or whether it is reserves, I think, sir, they should be treated on par. I do not know why the finance minister has taken this attitude of not taking the paid up capital and reserves together. On the basis of having the paid up capital and reserves together, he would have made the slabs narrower than what they are today. Today, the slabs are 6% to 10% and 10% to 18% and over 18%. If he had taken both items together, then the slabs would have been narrower, but that is ultimately the scientific structure, in my opinion, for levying taxes on dividends. After having taken this step, I would request him to do one more thing. If people make an application for converting reserves into capital, permission should be given very generously. There should be no hindrance in the way of companies converting their reserves into capital. Such a change would serve the purpose that we have in view because once the reserves are converted into capital, they will be used only for expansion, for renovation, and for reconditioning. They will be used in a manner which will serve the cause of the country because if the capital is to be reduced subsequently, then permission or sanction of the government is required. Therefore, sir, I suggest that ultimately return should be calculated on paid up capital and reserves put together, and this is more scientific. Sir, let us see what good will be achieved by this tax on dividends. Either people will pay taxes on dividends or they will plow back the profits into industry, and by this process industrialization will not be retarded, but in my opinion it will be accelerated. People will be forced to plow back their profits for fear of having to pay more. Sir, agriculture is an important subject because 75% of the population of this country is rural and dependent on agriculture. I shall briefly touch upon the achievements in the agricultural sector in the past 44 years. This can be gauged from the fact that both India and China have the same area of cultivable land, which comes to about 14 crore hectares. I would like to draw the attention of the Honorable Minister towards the fact that China is producing 45 crore tons of food grains, while India's production has been between 18 and 19 crore tons in the last 3-4 years. This means there are certain regions as a result of which our production is low. Sir, I would like to inform the House that agriculture contributes 33%, industries 29%, and other services 38% to the national income. The contribution of agriculture can be easily raised to 50% in the national income. The main reasons for low national income are the wrong policies and their faulty implementation by the government. To increase the national income, we must raise the contribution of agriculture to 50%. Sir, I would like the Agriculture Ministry to note that irrigation and fertilizers play a key role in increasing agricultural production. Sir, so far as irrigation projects are concerned, out of all the projects planned in the post-independence period, about 200 big and medium projects were undertaken. At the end of these 44 years, only 65 projects have been completed and 2,300 big dams have been constructed and 1,800 dams are yet to be constructed. But even in this age of science and technology, 70% of the water of these dams gets evaporated. Sir, fortunately, our country has been blessed with great natural wealth. Underground water is also available in abundance and can be utilized best to encourage irrigation through tubewells in North India. The maximum credit of the achievement made in this regard so far goes to the farmers. Electricity is the basic necessity to meet irrigation requirement. I need not say much about the state of electricity throughout the country, particularly in Uttar Pradesh, which is the most backward state in the country. Therefore, my submission is that unless we increase the power generation, we cannot solve the problems baffling us.